So what is the first thing that comes to mind when you're asked about Persona 3? Well, yeah, I mean, I would have said the talking robot, but okay, sure.
Now that's comedy.
Finally, Edge Sona. So Persona 3 Fez is all about death, toasters, non-controllable party members, and of course, Academy Award-winning writing.
More like stupe ace defective.
And after doing full videos on Persona 4 and 5, I'm not doing another sampler of the game like before. This time, I'm going all in.
I guess we'll see.
Also, I did put some modifications to make the game just to look a whole lot nicer. So my history with Persona 3 is weird because I first heard about it after watching the Persona 4 anime and was like, what the heck? Persona 3 the movie? But it wasn't in English. And you know how important English voice acting is for me.
Guinea pig.
Well, let's start. Oh god, why is it so blue? So after a typical anime opening where nothing edgy happens, oh no, she burnt her bread. Where our main character gets off a train and at the stroke of midnight, the entire suburb turns green.
Oh, hello there.
Did you hear that? I'm sure it's nothing. As we listen to edgy music and enter our new accommodation, a hotel. So do we get free breakfast every morning? Hang on, there's no service. Ah, don't do that! You want me to sign a contract for free breakfast? Okay, fine. But I'm taking the shampoo back home, buddy. Alright, give them the totally legally binding name, Zace Ram.
No one can escape time.
Well, he disappears as we meet, Brunette and Redhead, the latter who stops Brunette from blasting our heads off. Wait, why exactly do you have a gun?
Huh? Well, it's sorta like a hobby.
Gee, what a nice hobby. So she takes us to our room on the first floor.
Thanks.
Hey, so room service is free, right?
Good night.
Well, it's time for the first day of school.
Hello? Please answer the door or I'll get in trouble.
I don't really feel like it.
Open the door or I'm gonna...
And at school, our homeroom teacher. Hey, are you related to Yukari?
Come on, it's not funny.
In 1999, that was what, 10 years ago? Your parents? I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand. F.
Thanks for the sympathy. And at school, we meet the new best friend character.
Me? I'm Junpei Iori.
And as you'll see, there's a reason this game makes him the bestest of best friends.
Believe it or not, I'm Junpei Iori.
So it seems like there's a rumor that Yukari and I are dating, just because we walked to school together on the first day. Is that all it takes?
Seriously, don't say anything about last night, alright?
Last night, Fox through your windows, you dumb whore.
You the man.
Well, nothing really happened as with all Persona games. Seriously, why did they always take so long to get properly started? But back at the hotel, we meet another resident, Akihiko, who lives across the hall.
Will you be okay on your own?
Don't worry, I'm just getting a little practice.
But after that, I can...
What the heck is with this place? And the head teacher here is this guy.
Good evening.
God, I want to rip that goatee right off. Yakutsuki then tells us,
You should go to bed early.
guess that's just an Atlus game trope, huh? But he does this because at midnight, everyone transforms
Transmogrifies.
into coffins. And if you are wandering around not asleep, the demons attack you, so that when you wake up, you fall victim to the apathy syndrome, i.e. a zombie. However, we, the main character, might have special powers.
He's asleep now.
Dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could
Why are you explaining this to us? We already know that. And while the three argue on what's the code word to enter the building,
Transmogrifies.
we try to sleep. Security! So in our dream, we meet Igor, the man with the long candlestick,
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
who is in the velvet room, or velvet elevator more like, where he is the one who manages our personas or manifestations of the heart. Wow, what an amazing service. It's all free, right?
I only ask one thing in return. You will come.
So after a few more days of suffering from
Transmogrifies.
we find that Akihiko, you know, the boxing guy, gets attacked during the dark hour and is injured by a huge demon.
This thing is huge.
Yukari bursts through the door, saying we have to get out of here. Quick, onto the roof. Wait, there's a roof? Oh. So Yukari goes to shoot the demon. No, wait, aim that away. But we grab the gun and shoot to summon our...
Persona.
Which now means we can fight the blobs of doom. And collapse. Upon waking up, Yukari tells us that 1 week has passed.
How much sleep do you need?
More than you'll ever know. And dreaming once more, we meet Igor.
Power. That power.
Well, Yukari tells us that what we did was use the persona to save the day.
And those creatures you defeated are Shadow, our enemy.
And also...
I'm sort of like you.
What?
My dad died.
Well, that doesn't really explain why you like me.
My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms.
Oh, you mean our teacher? I see. So yeah, pretty much her deal is that her dad died 10 years ago during an accident.
Bye!
And now, Transmogrified Dude finally does the old JRPG lore dump, saying this group here are called
Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad.
or C's. As every night, there exists a 25th hour called the Dark Hour, more like Green Hour. Who keeps saying that? Anyway, only a select few, like the gang here, don't turn into coffins and instead can summon personas to fight the shadows. And Akutsuki here is the teacher who oversees this club, which begs the question, how is this school club approved and who let them stay at a hotel every night? And every few nights we awake to see, god damn it, not this kid again!
Awaken to your power. I'll be watching you.
No, you won't.
And I guess to everyone's surprise,
Hold up.
Junpei stays over as he has the potential.
For real? I'm not surprised by your reaction.
And now we have to investigate Tartarus. Wait, what's that? Yes, this infinite tower is home to the shadows, and it grows out of our school each dark hour.
What's the killer? Do not fire.
Sounds like toothpaste.
As Akutsuki,
As you know, I can't summon a persona.
so instead wants us to work our way up the tower for him.
For real?
And we get picked as the group's leader, much to Junpei's annoyance. I know, right? How will we even give orders? We never speak! Actually, we do in battle, and it sounds very similar to someone else.
Oh yeah?
But first, we gotta go. This is the door to the Velvet Elevator.
That is why you must be made aware of power.
Alright, I get it. I like it more than Kabeni and Makaba, sheesh!
It's like 0 to
So here is where you get to manage your personas you grab and fuse new ones, as well as later on, talking to this ominous lady to do requests for her to get items and such. But for now, we exit
Huh? What door?
and look upon the entrance.
He's just standing there.
Well, we enter and notice that Yukari is kinda mad at Mitsuru. Gee, I wonder why. Oh, I see why. And thus begins the dungeon crawling. Now, unlike the other Persona games I played, this is very repetitive in its design, in that it's pretty much all you'll see, apart from slight wall changes. You just run around these generated floors, attack the blobs to get an advantage in battle, or get hit, which is more likely because they move so fast, and then begins the turn-based combat. However, in Persona 3 Fez, you got an interesting feature. You can't control the party members. It's not that bad in the early game. All you can do is just pick a persona to use and try to get a type advantage attack to knock down the enemies, and when all are down, you can do an all-out attack. It's very primitive in the early game, especially if you're coming from the more recent entries. Now, like Persona 4, you also get shuffle time, where you gotta pick from the rotating cards.
It's totally not hard.
This is how you get new personas, more experience, and so on. Well, we find an access point that takes us back down to the first floor.
Wow. Power.
And now we return to school, where we learn that Mitsuru is the student council president, and that her family owns the school. What? That's kind of a big deal. Just how rich are you?
I guess we'll see.
Then realize if you're late with homework, you have to buy Yukari's mum cake. You're joking, right? And after school we see...
Man, take a look at that. Chick magnet.
Yes, Akihiko is very popular with the ladies, but will instead go...
He's so handsome.
Move it, bitch.
I have this strange feeling that someone's watching me. It's probably nothing, dude. As Akihiko takes us to Palatina Mall, where after school, we can buy stuff for the dungeons, like weapons from the police officer.
I'm only doing what I think is right.
And yeah, you can actually buy any weapon for yourself. If you want a bow, sure. Great sword, go nuts. But be warned, it will change your swipe speed, which I painfully learned. No, seriously, these goos are so quick, you will get enemy advantaged a lot. Now in the dungeon, you also got some unique things that the other Persona games don't do. One is fusion spells. When you have two specific personas, you can do a fusion attack. And you can also split up the party in the dungeon. This lets them pick up items or even find the exit for you to instantly move up a level. Yes, you're allowed to just send them out while you twiddle your thumbs at the entrance as they find the exit for you. Although I wouldn't really rely on this AI. And this also means when you run around alone now, in fights, you're still alone. They don't come to help you. Someone help me! It also means that they miss out on experience, and so it's very tactical. Do you risk all this to maybe find the stairs quicker? Now on the other side, as usual with Persona games, it's the daily high school life, with a calendar system giving you things to do every day, like answer questions in school, or sleep in school. And yes, don't worry, I know all the answers because some guy is feeding me the right things to say through these wireless headphones I found on the ground after leaving the station. It was very odd, it just had my name on it, but didn't say who it was from. Oh, well. This actually raises your stats like charm, knowledge, which you need to rank up your friendships. I mean, social links. Gotta gamify making friends, right? And those friend links will buff up your personas you use. So say a friend with this arcana will give you more experience if you fuse a demon in said arcana, meaning making friends make you stronger. Plus you need high stats here to even start to talk to people, like Yukari. Yeah, a main character. You can't even talk to her unless your charm is high enough. Or Mitsuru, you need to have high knowledge. But that's not all, because you can't even do social links with the male party members.
Huh?
I'm as shocked as you are. Edgy boy here is way more of a player than Chad Yu, meaning there's no social links with Junpei or Akihiko. So that means for the majority of the early game, you have to make do with, Kenji. Shut up and eat your expensive ramen. His deal is that he wants to ask a teacher out. I don't know why, but I think this might be a bad idea. Ugh, that was like a deja vu or something. And yes, he replaces the best bro friend you get early game. Dude, I heard there's a rumor you're dating Yukari.
It is what it is.
Now back in the dungeon, I found it so cool how despite the harder difficulty, with you not being able to control the party, you can actually heal completely up when you go back to the start with these access points. You never have to worry about running out of items to heal the SP when you use magic attacks. Just find the access point, heal, and go back, because you get checkpoints every few floors or so after defeating a mini boss. However, watch out, because this game has a feature where you get tired. Man, this is so real. You and your party can get tired from battling too much. And also you can get tired from doing activities during the day, which means stuff like going to the toilet somehow fixes it up, or sleeping at night instead of studying can cure it by the next day. It means even some days you're raring to go, but your teammates are all dead tired. Yes, your friends are too tired to hang out with you. Persona 3 is so relatable! Now after school time, you get to go to many hotspots to increase stuff like your social stats or just random things like praying at this shrine will increase your experience in the dungeons that night. But then after that, you also get an evening section where you can only run around Palatina Mall, which has things like, club? Wait, where are we letting the bodies hit? Hey, this looks familiar. Or back at your hotel, and it's at least a cool thing you get to wander the entire building, although there's not much to do. Most times the party just talk about game hints, not so much on their backstory. Wow, dude, you need to be hot to pull off a nurse's uniform, and you're definitely, not. I don't know, Junpei, I've seen her nurse's outfit and she's drop dead gorgeous. Emphasis on the dead, oh god no! But then pretty much all you can do is either spend money on the arcade or food to buff stats, or you study in your room. And at the start, oh my, hotels are so expensive! Why am I so poor? I can barely afford this Starbucks coffee! So that meant I would either just study or go to bed in the evening, because all the activities cost money. I was too poor to explore the nightlife. Persona 3 is so relatable. Well, as to the social links, you got this track guy who was just meh. But if you rank him up, you get to talk to Yuko, who was also pretty meh so far. Oh, is that Quacky? Quacky will consume your soul after you consume his burgers. Wait, Duck Burgers? Or talk to this old couple. Back in my day, we used to own pet leaves. Okay, I'm leaving. No, wait. If you rank 3 us, you can meet the French guy. French guy? Are you legit? Oh wow, he's legit.
I'm the current time for Team Danao.
And back at school.
It is my firm belief.
Also, why the heck do we run like this?
Hello?
Mitsuru begs us to join the student council because she has too much work to do, and so you have to sign paperwork to join. I don't have to read the terms and conditions, right? Okay then. And what was amusing with this is that the banter in the dorm actually changes based on the events that just happened. Also, if it sounds like I'm just jumping all over the place, it's kinda just how accurate to how the early game felt. As opposed to the later Persona games, there's no real villain here. It's just fight the demons each night. You don't have to save any classmates or anything like that. It's just tartar sauce all the way. But not even that, because they stop you after a certain floor each month, which only opens up after a certain calendar day. It's very different in execution to the later entries. Well, now Junpei, the bro character you can't even bro, gives you a free online role-playing game that lets you play for free up till Heaven Sword, because he's bored of it. Seriously, man, giving you free game and you can't even take him out to ramen. Why am I wasting money on you? And so you can play this on your days off.
Are you a nub?
Your name is Maya. Deja vu. I don't think I get that reference. Yeah.
Hope you can't figure out how old I am, Raffle.
How do you do, fellow kids?
So yeah, this is actually the most fun social link to talk to, with Maya, who complains about a job.
I'm drunk. XD.
Man, she really talks like how I message people. In fact, she was so fun to talk to. During the week off school, I was meant to study for exams. I spent 3 days chatting with her. Yes, I know, it was so addicting to chatting to someone in Final Fantasy XIV. Wait, this sounds dangerous. My edge sense is tingling. Somewhere. This will lead to bad things. Oh, but it's got an asterisk, so that won't lead me astray, right? Nothing bad can happen when you pick the asterisk choice, right?
Lemonade.
Also, you get called into the school hospital to see Akihiko, but instead find Beanie Man. I'm sure it's fine, right? He's just a friend of Akihiko. Beanie Men are trustworthy, right? And now you get to meet the infamous Elizabeth, Igor's attendant, or as she's more well known as
LP.
So LP does the fusing for us to get stronger demons, but also has these requests to get items like outfits.
That was easy.
Yeah, this is so cursed. Is that Guy Fieri?
Wicked.
And we'll ask you on dates to show her the real world. So as we reach May, the game reminds you that this hotel ain't all it's cracked up to be. Your mother never loved you!
What kind of welcome is that?
And then on the way to the shrine to pray for that demon to leave my room, I spotted her. Oh, maybe she's lost. I should help her find her parents. Wells, look who's we got here. Excuse me? Not many people approach the dawn of Tatsumi Port. Hey, is that a Red Bull? We don't take that, I paid money for it. Well, that weird interaction done, we can finally start the big boss, as we see Mitsuru and Akihiko scanning for demons when suddenly...
The reading is too big.
And since the boxer is injured, us three will have to do it. Junpei's still mad that we're in charge, as we have to head out into the real world during the dark hour to fight this boss. It's not in tartar sauce.
No electronic equipment is operable during the dark hour.
Wait, no electricity during this hour. But your bike, the radio...
It's special.
Okay then.
This is it, right?
As the demon is on the monorail and we have to jump on, but Junpei, wanting to prove that he's the man, runs off ahead.
Stupid!
Where we get a time limit and we have to chase him before reaching the front with the boss. Atlus and their boss designs. So we fight it and it's fairly straightforward. It's probably quicker if I could actually control my party. But we win! Wait, it's still moving! Oh no! However, we stop it by guessing which was the right lever. Ultimate lucky student here.
Tomorrow's headlines. Do you have anything to drink? Boy, am I gonna be sore tomorrow.
Oh, because your persona is the bike? I think? Why is it tiring for you? Well, yeah, the boss is defeated and we just continue on. There's no real character growth or lore, yep. Well, I tell the track guy his fashion is bad and our relationship gets stuck in a rut. Guy friends, am I right? You also can now fix the control room, which lets you view secret recordings of the other residents.
What's with me today? I'm on a roll. One should always wear bright clothing at night. Otherwise, the shadows could make it dangerous to walk near traffic.
And I pay a visit to Maiko. My father once burnt his mouth on these. Oh, because I shoved too many in there since he didn't know when to keep his mouth shut. Okay, so why exactly do you need me around? I just want my money back for the Red Bull. Wells, if you want the money back, I ain't got it. But I got a little operation that might pay off handsomely, and I'll call you when the time is right. But for now, take me to Ducky Burgers. Oh yeah! Yeah! So now it's almost exam time and the party won't want to go into tartar sauce because they're studying. Come on, man. Studying won't help us dumbos. Alright, Junpei's in. Yukari, you coming too? Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, that's why you're my favorite.
Jeez.
Where in the dungeons, I also learned the best way to make money, since I was still starving each night, and that is with the shuffle time. You farm the low-level floors, and then pick the money option to rack up coin. Also, the low-level demons you fight, they really are scared. But back home, make sure you don't even attempt to study while tired, because it's an actual waste of time. I mean, yeah, while you're tired, you won't remember anything. And so begins the very easy exam. And so ends the very easy exams. Gee, this school stuff ain't too hard when you got someone telling you all the answers in your ear. So now Akihiko says he might have found a new student who might have a persona, a girl called Fuka, but she might be too weak to cut it. So instead, Akihiko says he's fit to fight with us.
I've been waiting for this.
He's fun.
I've been waiting for this.
Also, you can now get cursed cards in the shuffle time, which speeds up death. What? It speeds up old age? Oh god, death is gonna kill me! Also, do note if you split up and they are fighting demons, they will leave your party when you move on to the next floor. So yeah, just wait or help them out. Also, Ego, my man, I know you're a rookie in this game, but come on! This is not the demon I asked for! Ew. Also, if they die, they die. Their body just sits there. Oh no, Yukari, why? And back to the social stuff, Maya is now very mad at her job, well, more bored with it, and reveals that she is a teacher. Man, this feels so strange. I really have a bad feeling about this. Well, I'm sure it's fine. She's fun to talk to. And I mean, she's probably in some far away overseas school. She couldn't even do anything to me. Anyway, the next day at school, I found it funny how Yukari's mum, the teacher, is just so chill with her teaching. She will give you credit if you just wrote anything down on the exam. And we see World Cup diving. I find a Mitsuru simp. Okay, that's kind of weird. And I find a simp of some other random NPC. And I give some guy food and don't tell him it's poisoned. And also, oh god, not Quacky again! Duck meat will take over the food industry. Now, when you reach the blocked area at the end of Tartar Sauce, you get these lab documents which reveal that there's a Kirijo lab somewhere on the island. Kirijo. Would you happen to know anything about this Mitsuru? Last name or first name? I never know Japanese names. Kirijo?
I guess we'll see.
Well, a few little things I noticed, like how in the hotel on this one day, I talked to the TV and they mentioned an earthquake and the screen started to shake. Just a random little event that had no meaning, I think. Or how you can use the reception book to teleport straight to your room. Or talk to this guy to teleport outside your school, which was a lifesaver because this school is incredibly long and confusing to always run outside every day. I kind of missed the mod I got in Persona 4, which let me just teleport and know if you have a social link that could be advanced. Maybe that would have helped when I was just wandering around. Also, there were some annoyances like, okay, I know before I said I did like this camera angle, but man was I stupid. I really don't like it! It feels like you don't get to see that far ahead. Maybe the angle should have been a bit lower. Or another thing, the AI, bless them, will do the type advantage attacks knocking down an enemy. But instead of using that extra turn to knock down the other one, so you know you can do an all-out attack, they will just kill that down demon, making it so much longer to finish these easier fights. Or how you can't actually equip them with new armor or weapons outside the dungeon, only inside by talking to them. They don't show up in your menu at all. It really does feel like you don't have any control over the party at any point. Like they can just say, yeah, I'm too tired to go into the dungeons today, despite you being the leader. But that being said, I am liking this different style of Persona game. It actually feels different with its storytelling, as opposed to 4 and 5, which were just very similar. You know, new friend trapped by a demon, save them, they join your team, repeat each month. So it'll take a little getting used to, but anyway, let's continue. As now Yukari overhears these girls bullying someone, and then one of them just suddenly...
Huh? Where's that voice coming from?
Okay, that was a little strange.
And now there's a rumor. There's a girl found unconscious in the front of the school after going missing all night. Hopefully this isn't related to tartar sauce.
This is a tough case, even for Junpei Iori, ace detective.
Are you stupid or something?
But this should be an easy job for the gang to solve, right? They take everything seriously, right?
So, what is this ghost story about?
Good evening. Welcome to Junpei's Believe It or Don't. This friend of mine, let's call him Shu. Shu was as white as a white guy. Then it hit me. That ghost must have tried to make
dinner.
Scary.
Okay, we're screwed. Yukari, my favorite character. Please talk some sense into him. Wait, what are you doing on the computer? Oh, well, yeah, maybe then we won't burn the breads now.
Trojan, RamZaes, Magnum, Chic.
And a big special cheesy Merry Christmas thanks to Cominimus Crime, Coxel Sin, John Porter Guildmaster Pro, Nero, Worker Bee, as well as all other patrons and you, dear viewer, for always watching the videos to this point. I hope you have a great end of the year, and next year we can easily hit 1 million subs.